Holy mess, increased community concerns surrounding the Moyne River Bridge at Port Fairy. Otway bike accident, 2 people injured and 1 airlifted to Melbourne after a trail bike accident. What about sheep benching? Shannon Knoll named the star attraction for the annual event. And boy George, he's good. Warrnambool's George Stevens stars in his AFL debut for Geelong.
Live from Silver Ball Studios in Warrnambool, this is Southwest Local News with Liam Fitzgerald.
Good evening. It's been a devastating weekend on Victorian roads with 6 fatalities, including one in Bwangor near Beaufort. Emergency services were called to reports that a car had gone onto the wrong side of the Western Highway and struck another vehicle at around 10:55 yesterday. The driver of that car died at the scene, while the driver of the second vehicle was taken to hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. A female passenger was flown to hospital with serious injuries. Anyone who witnessed the incident, has dashcam vision or any other information that could assist police with their inquiries, please contact Crime Stoppers on 1800 333 000. The state of the Moyne River Bridge in Gipp Street, Port Fairy continues to deteriorate, causing increased concern among the community. Yesterday, motorists had to deal with a large hole that opened up with collapsed rotting wood, leaving the river below in sight. The Moyne Shire Council was contacted and traffic management and repairs were soon underway. The condition of the bridge has been a talking point for some time, with much of it now covered with steel plates to cover faults. The Moyne Shire Council has committed $2 million to replace the bridge and is lobbying for $5 million in funding from the federal government. The bridge is the only vehicle access point from East Beach to the CBD. A person has been airlifted to Melbourne after a trail bike accident in the Otways yesterday. Emergency services were called out to reports 2 riders had been injured in the National Park just before midday. Members of the Colac SES assisted ambulance crews on the ground and the air ambulance helicopter. One of the riders was transported to Colac Hospital while the other was airlifted to Melbourne in a serious but stable condition. The East Warrnambool Football Netball Club has announced it will disband at the end of the year. The club has been in recess since its last season in 2019, but had always planned to come back to the playing field. In a statement, the club said it had little support from the Warrnambool District League and the Warrnambool City Council to continue. The club, which has operated for over a century, still has its social club rooms at Warrnambool's Reed Oval. The state of the roads has cost Warrnambool City Council in its latest satisfaction survey. Warrnambool ratepayers scored a 52 rating when it came to the standard of sealed roads in the municipality. This was a decrease from 54 scored from the previous 12 months. But Warrnambool was still well above the average for regional centres, 46, and the whole state, 45. That area grew the most in satisfaction ratings. The area that grew the most in satisfaction ratings was Council's ability to make community decisions, which jumped from 46 to 51. Waste management attracted the highest rating, coming in at 71, a jump of 2 points. AFL legend Gavin Wanganeen will visit Warrnambool as part of NAIDOC Week. The former Essendon and Port Adelaide star will be a special guest at Southwest Healthcare's NAIDOC service. 2025 is the 50th year of NAIDOC Week and has a theme of the next generation, strength, vision and legacy. The celebration will take place on Thursday at the Community Health Building. Since finishing his football career, Wanganeen has become an artist and he will be eager to catch up with Warrnambool artist Sherry Johnstone, who will also be part of the celebration. A revamp of the Port Fairy East Beach precinct will be celebrated next week. Moyne Shire is hosting an official opening of the redevelopment on Wednesday, July 9th. Member for Western Victoria, Jacinta Ermacora, will unveil the plaque, with the state government having contributed to the funding for the project. The revamp includes solar street lighting, landscaping, outdoor showers, new parking and a renovated amenities block.
There was a lot of controversy around it at the start, but I think people can now see what the vision was, and it's created a beautiful public space that's I love going up there on the weekends and seeing families having barbecues and picnics, and yeah, it's a great spot. It's made what was a pretty sort of dingy into a really usable, beautiful space.
Now it's time to rewind the clock for those 1980s nostalgics. Australian pop rock band Boom Crash Opera has announced they will be coming to Warrnambool in November to play at the Whalers Hotel. The band was in its peak from the mid-1980s to early 90s with hits such as Great Wall, Hands Up in the Air, Onion Skin and Gimme. They were among the big name bands that played at the iconic Lady Bay Hotel during its prime. So now the time is to get out your shoulder pads, big hair and acid wash jeans and have them ready to turn back the clock in November at the Whalers. Still on big name performers coming to the region, another has been secured to headline a major event at Sheepvention in Hamilton this year. Popular Australian singer Shannon Noll will be the star attraction at the Sheepvention After Dark concert. The show will take place on Sunday, August 3rd. The concert is aimed at supporting drought relief and mental health awareness for farmers doing it tough, with Let's Talk also supporting the event. Noll burst into the spotlight when he was runner-up on Australian Idol in 2003 and has gone on to release 6 albums. The state government will have a letter from the Warrnambool Shire Council among its mail this week. At a special meeting last week, Warrnambool Shire Council was voted to write to the Victorian government requesting that it halt the increase in the state government's municipal and industrial waste levy for the 2025-26 financial year. The push is being led by Councillor Jamie Vogels, who warned the 30% increase for the next financial year would be a burden on council and ratepayers. He said council should not be forced to act as the tax collectors for the state government. Finally, the Warrnambool and District Art Society Annual Awards Art Exhibition is now underway. The exhibition began on Friday night on an occasion where awards were also presented with Dave Higgins the judge. The exhibition is being held at the Merri River Gallery with doors open daily from noon to 4 p.m. until July 20th. Prominent Southwest artists Anne Wise, Ricky Shembry and Carolyn Healy were among those with works on display. Admission to the exhibition is free and all paintings are available for purchase.
It is a tremendous honour to win the award. It was a surprise because the quality of the artists in our group is just sensational. I've only been a member of this art group now for about 2 years, and so I entered last year and then this year. Last year I think I won the best pastel, which is a lovely surprise also, and this has continued my work in pastel, and I just love the medium.
That wraps up general news on the Monday edition of Southwest Local News. Great to have you with us. When we come back, I'll take you through some local sports news. Back soon.
At SHB Wealth Advisors, we believe in empowering our clients to own their future. We do this by partnering with the best financial advisors to deliver great advice. We are part of your local community and are active supporters of sporting clubs throughout Warrnambool and Port Fairy, providing a range of wealth advice to assist you with every aspect of your financial situation. SHB Wealth Advisors. Investing in our community, investing in you.
If it's time to add a little magic to your flooring and windows, our online catalogue is full of great ideas at great prices. There's magic in a Solomon's floor.
Yes, Grace, and there's magic in a Solomon's store.
Pepper's Pizza is now open with a fresh new menu. Pepper's has vegetarian, vegan and gluten-free options, as well as low-carb pizza bases and a variety of family favourite sides. With online ordering now available, ordering couldn't be easier. Pepper's Pizza, open 7 days.
Coastline Cut and Core is your only concrete cutting and coring specialist in the southwest. Demolition works, renovation modifications and repairs and maintenance of damaged concrete. Coastline Cut and Core does it all. Contact myself, Harley Higgins, today.
SHB Lending's Tony White has developed his customer-first approach over 30 years in the banking and finance industry. That experience allows Tony to provide valuable insights to his clients. Tony is passionate about seeing his clients achieve financial success. SHB Lending helps you manage financial arrangements, guiding you through key life moments. If you're thinking finance, it's simple. Think Tony White, SHB Lending.
Tonight's sport is proudly brought to you by Nutrient Ag Solutions, Warrnambool and Timboon. getting the most out of your farm. Contact the team today.
Welcome back to Southwest Local News for your Monday night. Thanks for your company as we move on to some local sports news now. South Warrnambool export George Stevens has produced an AFL debut to remember. Stevens was a key player for Geelong in the Cats' 72-point victory over Richmond on Saturday at GMHBA Stadium. It's been a long wait for Stevens, having spent the last year and a half in the VFL. Any doubts about his ability to play at the highest level were soon dispelled with Stevens at home at the Coldface. He had 8 clearances and gathered 21 possessions on a memorable day when his father Sam presented his jumper to him for the game.
I had the joy of doing this when George debuted at South, and I never ever thought there'd be another day that would match that for George. As you're probably aware, a lot of you guys would know how much George loves his home club at South Warrnambool. But I reckon this day is probably going to match it and maybe even better it. No offence to all the people back at South, but Georgie, I've spoken enough, mate. Over to you now. This is yours. Come and put it on and get into it.
Good on you, mate. I love you. Have a great day.
All yours.
Absolutely fantastic vision and a fantastic debut. Allensford full forward Robbie Hare has another century of goals in his sights after a big day out on Saturday. He booted 11 majors in the Cats, and the Cats had a comfortable 80-point win over Caloranurit. The Hall took Hare's tally to 78 goals from 13 games and has his Cats set even deeper into the top 2. Noranda has moved to within a top 3 after defeating Russells Creek by 21 points. Merivale had a 42-point win over Old Collegians, while the Timboon Demons were big winners over Dennington. But the biggest celebrations from the round came at the Walter Oval, where South Rovers broke the drought, achieving their first win of the season. The Rovers defeated Panmure by 21 points. In District League A-grade netball, the top 4 teams keep doing what they have to do. On a home court, Allensford was a 21-goal victor over Caloranurit, while Noranda had 37 goals up its sleeves against Russells Creek. Dennington had a solid away win over Timboon Demons, and at Merivale, the home team were pushed hard before winning by 6 goals against the Warriors. South Rovers kept its finals hopes alive with a 4-goal win over Panmure.
Yeah, it was really good. We've come off a really good 4-quarter performance last week, so I think we probably pushed it out to about 3 this week. The last quarter we got a bit tired, but that's okay. We'll keep working on it. Good overall to get the win. We did a few things at training. In us goalies, more getting distance into the ring when we're passing it off instead of just staying at the same spot all the time. And I think we did that a couple times, but otherwise just a full court performance and getting around each other. And we definitely held that up for at least half the game.
Finally, in horse racing, Bevan Lambing trained right now took out yesterday's $80,000 Kevin Lafferty hurdle, while Kieran Maher's Stern Idol saluted in the Thackeray steeplechase. The Kevin Lafferty hurdle was the first of the feature events at Warrnambool yesterday, with 6-year-old Right Now leading home Shane Jackson's Loft by 1.5 lengths. In the Thackeray, Stern Idol proved why he's a long-time campaigner in jumps racing, winning the $80,000 race by a huge margin. It was the 6th-time jockey Stephen Pateman took out the feature event. That's all in sport. It was a sunny day across the region today. Following a cold start, I'll have the rest of the forecast for you after the break.
B&B Furniture Plus has moved. The same excellent customer service and specialised knowledge at an even bigger showroom. They have a great range of mobility aids and now stock the popular NHA Life Alarm. B&B Furniture Plus, 203 Lava Street, Warrnambool.
At Nutrien Solutions, we're here to help you go further. Further in innovation and technology. Further in advice and solutions. Go further for the community. In sustainability. And for the future of our industry. With Nutrien Ag Solutions, there's no limit to how far your business can go.
Hi, I'm Roma Britnell and I'm your local Member of State Parliament. Together we can make the South West Coast an even better place to live. But I need you to let me know what's important to you. Only then can I truly understand your aspirations and be the best representative for you. Feel free to drop into my office and share your thoughts with me. I'm also online at romabritnell.com.au or catch me on social media. I'm here to work for you. Let's make it happen and let's make a difference.
Bell's Garden Centre has the largest range of sand and soil products in the southwest. People choose Bell's because you can't buy experience, and Bell's has plenty. With bulk product delivery available across the southwest, for your next project, it's gotta be Bell's.
DCM Automotive is your local automotive specialist. Based in central Warrnambool, DCM provide a full range of automotive services, from general servicing through to computer diagnostics and fault finding. DCM do it all. Call Daryl today.
Tonight's weather report is proudly brought to you by Anchor Point Retirement Village. New homes are being built now. Book a tour today.
Welcome back to Southwest Local News. Thanks for tuning in. If you have missed any of the bulletin, you can watch it back on demand soon. It was a sunny day across the region today, but bad news, that will change tomorrow with strong winds and heavy rain forecast. Let's take a look at what it looks like across the southwest for the next few days. First in Port Fairy, cloudy tomorrow with a very high chance of rain, up to 20 millimetres predicted, most likely in the morning and afternoon. There's also a chance of a thunderstorm. Cloudy on Wednesday with more showers on the way, this time up to 15 millimetres, most likely in the late afternoon and evening, a top of 13. Showers expected on Thursday, up to 15 millimetres again, a top of 14 degrees. Up to Mortlake, down to 7 overnight with rain forecast for tomorrow up to 9 millimetres. There's also snow forecast for places above 1100 metres. The showers continue on Wednesday but ease in the morning, down to 4 overnight with a top of 11. Cloudy on Thursday, a very high chance of showers with northwesterly winds, also expecting 11. Over to the Camperdown and Colac area, a high chance of showers tomorrow, most likely in the morning and early afternoon. Cloudy on Wednesday with showers increasing throughout the day, a top of 11. And cloudy on Thursday, a very high chance of showers again, a top of 10 degrees. It's wet and windy on the coast of Port Campbell tomorrow with up to 15 millimetres of rain forecast, most likely in the morning and afternoon. The showers continue on Wednesday with winds up to 40 k's an hour, a top of 12. And cloudy on Thursday with a high chance of showers, an expected top of 13 degrees. Back to Warrnambool, as mentioned earlier, it will be cold, wet and windy over the next 24 to 48 hours with northerly winds up to 40 k's an hour, up to 15 millimetres of rain predicted for tomorrow. Showers again on Wednesday, a top of 13, and for Thursday, showers, northwesterly winds, also expecting a top of 13 degrees. That wraps up Southwest Local News for your Monday night. Thank you for choosing us as your source of local news. Remember, if you have missed any of the bulletin, you will be able to watch it back on demand shortly on both Fitzmedia Live and on Facebook. Until Wednesday night, good night.